What's up? Welcome back to the Linesmen, everybody. Here we are today with Andrew Ruiz and Nick Ricciardi. We got producer Jay, and we got Superfan Brett Ellis calling in.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking today a little bit about that CONCACAF Nations League final, USA-Mexico. What a scorcher. And later on in the show, we're going to be talking Euro 2020 preview, or Euro 2021. I think they're still going with the 2020 thing. But either way, that's what we're going to be on today. So any big news otherwise, boys? Everything all good in the hood?
Everything's all good, man. Got a little sunburn today, but
yeah, it's hot.
Tougher than the sun. That's all that matters.
It's brutal. This is the first time this studio's actually been hot. Like I usually, that's why I wear pants, like even when it's hot, because it's always cold down here. But I'm hot now.
Yeah,
I'm a little toasty.
Yeah, it's a warm one out there. Well, you know what was a hot one. Brett Ellis, tell me what game was hot this weekend.
The United States versus Mexico.
Yeah, what a friggin' game.
Championship.
What a game. So the CONCACAF Nations League is a new concept. They're just trying to make friendly games a little more exciting, getting rid of the pointless friendlies, and they're making it into a kind of group stage with a knockout and then a championship game. So there's some level of promotion, relegation. So some of like the lower teams, thinking about those island nations, are breaking up into, going to qualify into the next league. But for the A League, the one that has the nice playoffs, it was a USA-Mexico final on Sunday. 9 o'clock kickoff out in Denver. And let me tell you, that was a hell of a game. The worst start possible, though, for Team USA, conceding a goal in like the second minute.
That was tough to see.
Yeah. That was ugly. From when that happened, I felt a little defeated right away. I was scared that this was going to turn into one of those USA-Mexico finals where Mexico just runs it. But we were in for a whole lot more.
So I'm a little ignorant now. So maybe if you're ignorant like me out there, even if you like I do, I love the game of soccer, but I'm a little not caught up, you could say. Do both sides have like kind of like full squads? Like are players away like on like club duty, or like do they pretty much have like their guys?
So the USA side, I would say, was probably one of the stronger ones they could field. It was young. I think it was the youngest they've ever fielded in a final.
Yep.
Yeah, the average age was like 23 or 24.
Yeah. So, and the last youngest was like a 25 in like a couple months. So they were really pushing it with the youth, because that's the team now. That is the A team, pretty much. And then for Mexico, yeah, maybe missing a couple top dogs, but this is a final. Both teams put out solid squads. Like if it's not your total A, it's like your 1A squad out there for that final. But Brett, let me tell. What did you think about the game and the particularly? We'll start with the first half. What were your thoughts there?
Well, the only thing I have to say about that game is America loved to dominate things on June 6th, huh?
Yeah, it was June 6th. Yeah, D-Day. There was that's where the Marines got the Devil Dog nicknames. The Battle of Belleau Wood in World War I. We got World War II D-Day, and we got that USA W on June 6th. Yeah, it's a good day to be an American.
Proud.
Well, every day is a good day to be an American. Don't forget that. But
good point, Vet.
Yeah.
Very
so
valid.
Just leading up to the game, it was obviously USA and Mexico are huge rivals, and every single time they play each other, it's always just a bloodbath. But it just feels like I feel like Mexico just always comes out on top just by one goal, but it's always tight. But the fact that Mexico just scored so early and such a stupid mistake, I did feel defeated. I mean, it was a good shot that maybe Stepan could have saved it. Who knows? But just a minute and 3 seconds in, scoring like that.
Yeah.
It was the worst start possible.
I was scared. But the whole first... go for it.
The United States were just flat for the first 20 minutes, and it was so frustrating to watch. It looked like, I don't know, like my junior college intramural squad, something like that. Like and believe me, we weren't very good. Ironically, it wasn't until I believe it was around the 19th or 20th minute Mexico scored that second goal.
Yeah, I think it was 26.
it got called back, and I feel like that's when the United States really said, "Hey guys, we just caught a huge break. Let's focus. Let's start playing our game." And then I think maybe 4 or 5 minutes later, that's when Reyna scored the first
Not
goal.
I think it was even quicker. I think that
Yeah,
it was
very
flagged
soon after, but
offsides. Yeah,
that was the turning point of the game, if you ask me.
absolutely. Because then I was a little worried that, I mean, and they were talking in pregame too, right? Our friend Charlie Davies was talking about.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, what's up, Charlie? That if this was a team that could win, but was this a team that could fight back? And that they did big time.
Exactly, yeah.
The second half of the first half, the last 20 minutes, and that first 45 was just like electric, up and down, running full speed. And the USA were making decent chances. I would say Mexico was making better chances that whole first half, though. But it ended 1-1. And then we go into the second half, and I think it was Mexico nets the goal.
Yeah, the 20-year-old, he just came on the field and then scored like 30 seconds later. He beat, I think it was Tim Ream, who
I think it was too.
I don't know why he was starting center back with the speedy Mexican forwards, because he's not exactly known for his speed, but he just got beat. Good shot. And that was in the 78th minute. And again, it just seemed like one of those games where, like, this is just a United States game against Mexico where they like fight back, but then they just always come out on the losing end.
Yeah, it was late.
But then again, just they didn't panic, which I thought they were going to do. They didn't panic. They just get their corner, and Weston McKennie, who was just huge on set pieces, he was the one who headed the ball off the crossbar.
Off the post, yeah. And then Reyna just tucked it in.
Yeah, every offensive set piece, he just seemed to be like a magnet. The ball just went right to him. He was able to get his head on it.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then so again though, it was back and forth. 79th minute goal, 82nd minute equalizer. And this is also with the starting goalie having been subbed off with like a weird non-contact injury. I don't know what happened.
It looked like he tweaked his knee or something. He was just running to pick up a ball and then went to go throw it and just went down.
Yeah, he went down in a heap. He could barely walk off.
Yeah,
that was tough to see.
Yeah, young kid, Man City player, Zach Steffen, but the local hometown hero Ethan Horvath came up and
what a freaking game he played.
That was like one of the best PK saves I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely electric. Yeah, we're getting there.
Well, even before that, yeah.
Yeah, he was just making good saves. Once he came on, he just made saves. To give credit to Ochoa.
Like the 88th minute, Mexican forward just shot it far post. He tipped it over the bar, but that could have been a goal.
Yeah,
he was just he played on his head, and it was really good to see, because if he lets in a goal or two, I mean, there's no blaming him just because he's the backup goalie. He doesn't want to be in that position. You're not expecting, but he played like a veteran.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable to see.
It was sick. Yeah, I think he plays in Belgium. So, and I looked it up when he got subbed in. I think he plays on Bruges, who's won like a bunch of league titles lately. So he has a history of winning. He knows what it takes. He plays on championship teams. So for being the backup, him coming in after kind of checking his stats and stuff, I was pretty confident with him. But then he just, like you said, stood on his head, played like a maniac. And then so we're going into extra time with 2 VAR penalties given. Christian Pulisic buries his in the 114th minute, right before the half breaks, right? And then
it was right afterwards.
It was right after.
It was right after the
the second half starts.
They had a few good chances. Weston McKennie put one on net that it might have been Reyna, just missed. I mean, USA had their chances in the second half. So did Mexico. I mean,
they were chanting Ochoa's names. They were chanting Guillermo Ochoa, the Mexico goalie's name, because of the saves he was making. So it wasn't like the U.S. were just like a non-factor. They were putting it. They were bringing it to Mexico.
But Pulisic, just something. I mean, Pulisic played really well the first 20 minutes. Then sort of, they were able to sort of keep pace with him and with his skill. I feel like most of the second half, he didn't play that great of a second half. But once overtime started, the extra time started, he just kind of went up, stepped his game up a little bit. And fortunately enough, unfortunately Mexico, if you're gonna that's going to get called every single time, because when you bring somebody down in the box,
Yep.
that's against
the rules.
Yeah, it's going to get called every single time.
Yeah,
It certainly was. It wasn't a guaranteed penalty by any stretch of the imagination. Not because it wasn't a penalty, just because with VAR you just never know what the ref's going to call.
Yeah, when he blew it, he was very emphatic coming out of the VAR box.
He looked
he like took a crow hop and was like, penalty.
Yeah.
He signed him up for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How about that Mexican coach? He just went over to the ref, like put his arm around him, asked him if he wanted to like come over for a barbecue or something.
Yeah,
Got the red card.
Yeah, I think he might have said something about his ex-wife or I don't know what. But
but
that wasn't that. You can't lose your cool in a final. I don't care. The game's not over yet, because then his team takes a penalty a few minutes later and he's in the stands.
It just added to the chaos, though. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know who was red carded. I thought it was a red card because he got taken down. But then there were still 11 men on the field. Then they said afterwards that the coach got sent off.
Yeah.
But Mexico was it was a back and forth game. Both teams were just fighting. I think there was like maybe 7 or 8 yellow cards. Somehow there was no red card for the player.
It was getting out of hand though towards the end. I mean, even after that, so after Pulisic scores, he buries it top right. They start throwing shit from the stands. Oh. It looked like, I don't know who they caught a sub. It might have been Gio Reyna.
No, it was Reyna.
It was Reyna.
Yeah, he got hit in the head with the bottle.
Yeah, and then a few minutes later, there's another foul on the other side of the field where there's Mexican and U.S. players kind of gathered around, and the bottles start flying again. And another guy gets hit square in the head. And I mean, plastic bottle to the head does not feel great.
No.
That's the kind of shit that sucks.
Yeah. It's
FIFA's
hooliganism.
Implementing that rule, whether it's, I think it's homophobic, racial, or throwing anything on the field, it's like a 3-strike rule. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen that yet. Was that against fans or like home sides?
It's against fans. So the first rule is they pretty much just stop the game. And that's what happened in this game. They stopped the game until the fans settle down. They don't settle down after 10 minutes, and both teams go in the locker room for 20 minutes. And even after that, if the fans don't settle down, that game gets canceled. They play the next day behind closed doors.
Oh.
Which I didn't realize that was a rule, but
that's an insane
the way
rule.
the Mexican fans were, well, I mean,
they were getting close. They were walking that line.
Yeah, I don't know what they were saying because it was blurred out on TV, but it could not have been good.
No, I mean, you can't. They were just throwing stuff to throw stuff. I mean, they're probably wasted. It's late. Yeah. It's getting late. It's up overtime.
Up in the Mile High City where.
Yeah, it gets you up there. If you ever been to Denver,
get you up there.
If you ever been to Denver, altitude sickness, whatever you want to call it,
having 3 beers on high altitude gets you fucked up.
Yeah, but the fans just a poor showing. But then we were talking hometown hero Horvath comes up with a magnificent penalty save. I mean, I texted you saying I called it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Andy, you texted me about 3 minutes before the penalty kick happened, because that seemed like
it seemed forever
minutes.
To look at that VAR. It was a handball the whole time. But
I mean, again, it's just, are they going to call it? Was it on purpose? Did he, I think the words that they used, did he make his body bigger?
Yeah, was it incidental? Did it? Yeah, it was enough, and it's in the box.
Wasn't in a natural position.
You 100% called that. You said, don't worry about this. He's got it.
Feel it in my plums. And guess what? He goes down to his right. It was an okay PK. Not nearly as good as Pulisic's, but he makes that save. Place goes nuts. I was screaming. It's like midnight. At this point, it's midnight on the East Coast, and I'm screaming.
Yeah. My roommate
waking up the neighbors
because I am by no means a night owl.
Yeah,
just for me to be screaming at 12:30 at night on a Sunday, they were just like, "Are you okay?"
Something's happening.
Yeah,
I have more faith in Horvath than I do in David De Gea to make a penalty save.
Oh yeah. De Gea can't save penalties for anything, but Ethan Horvath 1 for 1 at least with that USA shirt.
That's all that matters.
I think they said he's like, when in the United States uniform, he's like 3 for 4, maybe even 3 for 3. Like
that's
something
insane.
really high.
That's crazy. Yeah, the man can play.
He is great.
I was never a goalie, but from what I understand, goalies are taught like no pressure. Like you either save it or you don't. No big deal.
Yeah, it's not the word. Like it's more on the kicker to bury it. Yeah, instant classic.
What a fit. That was maybe that in the USA game versus Algeria in the 2010 World Cup. I can't remember.
That was a
better American soccer game.
Yeah,
in
both
maybe my lifetime.
Electric. I think
maybe the game against Portugal.
Oh, in the 2014.
That was. They didn't win that game though, and it wasn't for a championship.
It was yeah.
But that's still up there as
that was a great game.
USA
Jermaine
game.
Jones.
Yeah, that crazy goal. Snipe. Yeah, that was sick. But yeah,
I think it may have been the best American game of my lifetime, which is kind of crazy to say because of how many games they played in. But just rooting for America in a meaningful game. I mean, I'm a diehard Red Sox fan, Revs fan, Patriots fan, but there is nothing better than rooting for the United States of America in a competitive soccer game.
Yeah, it's electric.
It is.
Because there's so many. It's not just a local team. It's the whole country wants them to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's when all those bandwagon soccer fans, as soon as they see the USA win one big one, everyone's hopping on board.
Yep. Bust out your American flag bandanas.
It's good for confidence going forward because obviously they didn't qualify for the Olympics, but
yeah, it's been a rough road.
It has been. Not making the World Cup a few years ago was put a damper. I mean, most of those guys aren't even on the team anymore. I mean, Clint Dempsey was on the booth. Uguchi Onyewu, I think he was past his prime then, but he was in the booth.
Friend Charlie Davies.
Yeah, hopefully this generation of Pulisic, Reyna, and McKinney can the big three.
Yeah, Serginho Dest. There's a lot of talent coming up, too.
Yeah,
a lot of young guys.
It's definitely exciting because, I mean, these guys aren't playing for the LA Galaxy or Stoke City. Like, they're playing for Juventus, one of the best
Barcelona
and Manchester City. It's really exciting to see, what this decade has to offer for the Americans.
Yeah. And this is a big win against Mexico too. Not only it's a great cup final, but to beat your number one rival in a chippy, hard fought game, I loved seeing that. I was so excited to get that. To get this,
yeah, I mean,
of what's kind of I don't know, right now seems like a worthless trophy, but I mean, a trophy's a trophy. It's not established.
This game meant so much for the next few years.
Yeah.
With confidence.
Because if it was just
confidence is huge.
Because if it was a Mexico win, everybody just would have felt like, yep, well, there goes the USA
Same
again.
old story.
Yep, same old song and dance.
But we know that this is what they're capable of, and maybe, hopefully, they're capable of more. But this just showed, because like I said, the biggest question was, will they be able to fight back if they get down? And they showed that they 100% could.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Which is tough for a young team to do.
It is.
Yeah, but USA.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was sick.
Love a good win on D-Day.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, what the hell else do you do on D-Day except win? Do something big. Go big or go home. It's friggin' June 6th. Come on. Yeah, what are the odds? But anyways, talking about these international games, we're gonna segue over to the Euro 2020 preview. Brett, just again, thanks for calling in. Thanks for the insights. Any other last thoughts, last words? Anybody want to give a shout out to on that Team USA? Anybody want to rip another one?
I just want to say I never want to see Mark McKenzie wearing a United States uniform ever again. I don't think I've called anybody an idiot more times in the first 20 minutes of the game. He was the one who gave up that bad pass and that goal kick that I don't even know what happened. That was one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen. John Brooks, he really led the defense. He's probably one of America's leaders back there. He played one hell of a game. I just want to give him a shout out. And I guess that would be it. Just John Brooks played one hell of a game, and Mark McKenzie never wear a United States uniform ever again.
Yeah, he gave up the handball, too, for the PK.
He gave up the handball. He was the one who let the Mexican player get offside or why he was wide open.
Yeah.
Stefan made a huge save on a breakaway because he just let a defender go by him.
Yeah, he didn't play well. I will say, though, on the other M, McKinney, who I thought you were talking about when you were texting me, I was like, Weston McKinney's playing really good.
No, Mark McKenzie. Yeah,
yeah. And then when we figured that out, I was like, oh yeah, no, McKenzie sucks. He played like garbage. Yeah.
Well, he made the play. He did make some plays in the second half.
Yeah, but
first
overall,
20 minutes kind of.
I don't love him. I don't love him.
Yep.
Don't care for the guy. But all right, Brett, until the next time.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you for having
Team USA Superfan.
Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
USA.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, have a good one.
So long, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
See ya.
Bye.
Man,
All right.
what a weekend.
Yeah, that was electric. That was the best part of my Sunday. And I mean, I went to a wedding on Saturday, had a great time, and then I was just that capped
Were
it
you
off.
wearing cowboy boots?
I
You were
did
wearing cowboy
I wore
boots, weren't
cowboy
you?
boots to a wedding this weekend, and
That's
I
electric.
don't think I ever don't want to wear cowboy boots to a wedding ever again, even if it's my own. I'll lobby for the cowboy boots. I'll politely accept that I probably can't,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely gonna try, and I'm
I
definitely
love
gonna
that.
wear them every wedding from now until I can't dance anymore, and then even still I'll wear them. But anyways, going from my cowboy boots to Euro 2020, it's gonna be electric. So it kicks off Friday. It's gonna be kind of all over the place in terms of host cities. Typically, they would host it
Yeah.
in one nation, play a couple cities around the country, but they're actually all over the place. They're playing in Rome. They're playing in Baku, Azerbaijan, St. Petersburg,
Copenhagen,
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam,
Romania,
Glasgow,
London. We got
Sevilla.
and in Munich. Yeah. So
I just want to say I can't imagine someone want to go to Glasgow for a game. I mean, unless they're playing at like Rangers or Celtic.
the Scots are. I think they
They're a
have a
little
home. They have a
rambunctious
home
group.
game. So
In
that'll be
Glasgow?
nice. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I think everybody of these host nations has pretty much a general home game. I don't think that the Azerbaijanis didn't make it and Romania's not in it, but local team like Hungary will feel at home in Romania. Maybe Slovakia, Czech Republic, they'll feel more at home in that part of the world than they would in Spain. So, and we'll see. There was obviously with the whole COVID thing going on, there was some cities that they wanted to lock in that they just couldn't.
Yeah.
So that's what they ended up with. So it's going to be kicking off Friday in Rome. That's one of the games definitely to check out. It's going to be Turkey versus Italy, Group A. And just this segues in. You guys were talking about it last week about Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey's a big dark horse favorite.
They are a dark horse.
This is going to be a test to see, is this dark horse really a dark horse or is it just a lame horse? Because, I mean, the Turks can do it. They've got Çalhanoğlu, the free kick expert. Yilmaz is playing pretty good. They can do it. They're definitely more of a team-based team rather than relying on some superstars.
Yeah. I mean, it's Group A, like, it's like, oh, Group A, it's Turkey, Italy, Wales, and Switzerland. You're like, okay, Italy is definitely making it out of
Italy
the group.
to top.
And then after that, it's just like, it's every team is just
Yeah.
up for grabs. I think Wales,
I like them a lot too.
I think Wales can make a good run.
I
Maybe.
mean, they made the semifinal in their first
Yeah.
ever Euro.
Yeah, they got
And they
have
barely
some good
lost to
players.
Portugal in that. But yeah, I have some faith in the Welsh side. I mean, the Swiss can do it too, but I do think it's Italy's to lose.
Yeah,
I mean, they're the obvious and clear favorite. But the Turks, I mean, they did well. They're here to play. They're not here to just roll over. They feel confident. They think they can win. But I'll definitely be picking Italy to top that group.
oh yeah, 100%.
So, but that first game is gonna be good. Friday, I think it's 3 p.m. kickoff Eastern Standard Time, your Eastern Daylight Time. So Friday, July 11th. That's gonna be one to watch on this weekend. Rolling into Group B, we got the Danes, Denmark, Finland, Belgium, and Russia. So again, there's a clear and obvious favorite there.
Belgium by far.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, Finland definitely not going to make it. Russia, and it's just between Russia and Denmark.
Russia always shits the bed at tournaments. They make tournaments,
Yeah.
but then
Well,
they just
the World Cup in Russia, I mean, that must have been fixed because they made a pretty decent run.
The-
Considering they're Russian.
Yeah, but I don't have much faith in Russia to win games not in a Russian World Cup.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. I mean, Denmark has freaking what's his name?
Denmark's got a few good players there.
Kasper Schmeichel.
Yeah, Schmeichel, the
Unreal
keeper.
goalie.
They've definitely got. They've got,
some solid midfield back four players. It's just their attacking that's lacking.
Yeah, but I mean, the attackers of Belgium. I mean, even without De Bruyne, he might get in at the very end. But Romelu Lukaku is just playing like a maniac.
You got Hazard, Lukaku. Who else?
But I mean, these guys are going to be playing for draws. Denmark, Finland, when they play Belgium, even Russia, they're going to be playing super conservative because that's the kind of team they are, kind of anyways.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily the most high flying, goal scoring, prolific teams.
Yeah.
Christian Eriksen of Inter Milan, though he can make things happen for the Danes. And then obviously, like we said, when you have Kasper Schmeichel in the net, like you give yourself a chance.
Yeah, you have a chance.
But the Russians, I think they're just I don't have much faith in them. They still have that goalie Akinviv, who's been there forever. But I don't know. I'm if they go far, I'll be surprised. I mean, there's 80-1 odds to win, so
yep.
They finished in the semifinal in 08. I don't really remember that, but so they've made runs before, but I don't have much faith.
Yeah, I don't see anyone going that far.
And then I think Finland is just kind of like way out.
Finland's Finland.
Yeah, they're just going to finish last.
Coming from Finland.
Yeah, Finnish soccer isn't really on the map.
Let's replace Finland. Let's just get Iceland back in there. They made
I don't know.
noise.
Yeah, what the hell though? Why didn't they blew it?
They just had a bad run of games.
Iceland. I love that their name is just Island in English. Island.
Love it.
Yeah, because they're just a big island, really, of ice, but they're not.
That's crazy.
Tricky.
I'm kind of sad Ireland's not in there. You hate to see it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's some omissions here for sure.
Yeah.
But then rolling on over into Group C, you got the Dutch, Netherlands, you got Ukraine, Austria. And I believe Northern Macedonia making their first ever tournament.
They're going to be making some noise, getting there a little.
I'd love to see them beat somebody.
I would love to see them beat the Netherlands.
That would be so wild. That would be.
I would love that.
I'm liking the Dutch in this tournament. I'll be honest. But
really,
I think they have a lot to prove. They have a young side.
They do.
They have their managerial woes have been legitimate though. Like they haven't had a solid coach to win games consistently for them in a while. Since that, it seemed like that 2010 World Cup was like that was the one they should have won.
Yeah.
Without that, I think they'll always be the bridesmaid. But I like them to definitely top this group. I like them and the Ukrainians.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice.
My boy Zinchenko.
I have that too. I have both of those.
Yeah, I think that Austrian team might be one of those third place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was the way this group is set up. How you have it on our doc. I have Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and Northern Macedon in that order.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch for sure most of the Austrian games because if they win their first games, then they give themselves a chance. And then, I mean, Northern Macedonia. I just want them to win one. One's good.
Yeah,
something to write home about. Somebody with a good play. Somebody to blow a kiss to their wife and the whole country. So, I'm excited to see kind of how that pans out. And then Group D, you got
the powerhouse.
Yeah, I think they're a clear favorite, England, to win the whole thing. People like France a lot, but that's going to be they're playing in the group of death. But yeah, England's really good, and they've had Gareth Southgate, the manager, there for a few years now. So
I question his decision making.
You don't like him?
It's not that
I love his suits.
Yeah, suits can only get you so far.
Yeah,
in a game.
I'll give you that.
Just some of his decision making with like the way he picks a squad and
Yeah, sometimes his player selection is weird.
There's players that deserve to be on there and players that shouldn't be on there. And I don't want to sound biased, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the fact that he's not on that England side it's not criminal, but he's been like on the fence between the Congo and England. And now that I think he didn't get picked for this team, I think he's not going to be an England
He's going to
player.
opt
Yeah.
to go back.
But like if you're dropping, if you're having 4 right backs, if you're bringing 4 right backs to the Euros, I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka should be one of them.
Yeah, and well, I mean that back line is their big question mark.
Yeah, you got Harry Maguire.
Yeah, that's the guy. I mean, if he's good,
he's good.
then he's good. But if
He's bad.
yeah, if he stinks it up, and if he's on one leg, if he's hurt,
I think he's finally fine now. He probably won't play the first game. But we'll see.
they'll need him to make if they want to legitimately have a chance to go all the way.
He needs to play.
Yeah, but I mean, they also have a prolific attack. If they can win games 3-2, at least through these group stages,
Yep.
3-2, 2-1. If they just need to be scoring goals. If they start slow, I'm a little worried about that back line. I don't think they're gonna keep things tight back there.
No.
I think it's gonna start.
They have some solid players in their back line too. Just absolutely solid. Like they have Alexander Arnold, Luke Shaw on the left wing potentially. They have John Stones,
Kyle Walker,
Reece James, Ben White. I mean Harry Maguire, Kieran Trippier. Their back line is solid, but like
It's a center back. They I don't know. If they favor
how about drop a right back, pick up a center back. I don't care
Yeah.
who the fuck it is.
yeah, somebody to make sure they can just play there. And but they're gonna use somebody probably out of position. He's gonna make something work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Their midfield is pretty
it's kind
it's
of
not-
bare. It's like
yeah, it's not-
they
it's not
have
like-
they have attacking players
that can play midfield.
that list. Yeah,
Like Grealish attacking, he's more of a central midfield guy, central attacking midfield guy. He can if he gets going, he can dominate people.
yeah. If he's having a good if he's on, he's on. But same with like Rashford and Sterling. They're more like those wingers.
Yeah.
Where if they play a 4-4-2, they're not going to be the 2 strikers. They're going to be
They're gonna
outsides.
the wings, yeah. They could still create havoc for back lines.
And that's what it's going to be. They're going to have to use that speed. They're going to have to use some of that creativity. And because, like I said, they're not going to be, I don't think they're going to have many clean sheets. They need to score 3 goals in a game to give themselves a good, solid chance to win. Because I think it's going to be, it's going to be tough. They are at 6-1 odds to win the whole thing.
Who do you think the goalkeeper is? Goalkeeper number 1 for England. I would honestly take anyone but Pickford.
Then I'd probably go Henderson.
I'm kind of like on the Sam Johnstone train. The way he ended the season, like he's a solid goalkeeper. I'd probably have Dean Henderson come in for some games if they're playing like back to back or within a couple days.
Well, that's another big problem area they've had over the past. Is like, do they actually have a decent goal? Yeah, or they have who they consider a great goalie. What's his name? Joe Green.
Yep.
Something like that. That he gave up that. He had an atrocious 2010 World Cup.
Joe Hart?
No, Joe Hart wasn't there yet. I believe the guy last name was Green. But they've just had problems. Yeah. I mean, like Joe Hart's not there because Joe Hart's kind of fallen off the map.
England's kind of like the PSG of country tournaments.
Yeah, they love
absolute heartbreakers.
Yeah, they love to make it dramatic and leave you just sad at the end.
Empty.
Yeah.
Really hope they pull this one through though. I have them making the final. I haven't really finalized my bracket yet. Bless you.
Yeah. No, I think they'll make a deep run.
Yeah, I think they might make it to the final.
I don't know. I also think, I have them facing off against Portugal, and I'm wearing my Portugal shirt. This fit a lot better in 2010. I'll say that much. But yeah, I think that's going to be probably, if that matchup happens, that's going to be like my favorite knockout game to watch. Yeah. But still riding this Group D train, Croatia, who are the World Cup runners up.
Yep.
But I don't know if they still have that magic.
I think they're just midfield can control a game, but I don't know about anything else about them.
Yeah, they fight though. I mean, England, Croatia. Was the World Cup semifinal? No.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's and Croatia won in overtime, and that's gonna be a heck of a game to watch too.
Yeah, that will be.
England versus Croatia. They're actually playing 9 a.m. on Sunday, so that's gonna be the one. Is Harry Kane gonna be Harry Kane? Is he gonna come out absolutely rolling, or is he going to take a little while to warm up? He missed a couple sitters in that World Cup semifinal.
He did.
So if he can't do that, he needs to stop that at the world stage. When he's in a world tournament, he's got to finish.
Yeah. Think about all the strikers that have come from England who've just put in goal after goal after goal.
Oh yeah, that they don't miss.
Yeah, they don't miss. He shouldn't be missing.
Yeah,
for a player of his caliber, he shouldn't be missing.
Yeah, I watched that replay. He was just way too nonchalant. I think he's a few years wiser. I think he's also a few years more like clinical. Like he doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't think he dilly dallies.
Yeah,
he's way sharper.
He doesn't fuck around anymore.
But yeah, that Croatian side. I mean, it still has a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dejan Lovren is like a beast in the back. He will like run you over and then like do it again and again and again and again, and then do it one more time, and then it's 90 minutes and you've lost. And then they have Kovacic, Modric, Perisic. They've got, and then up front they don't have. They didn't bring Mario Mandzukic this time around.
Ooh, okay.
I think he's just too old.
He's old as
yeah,
hell.
he's gone past his prime. But I mean, like you said, that midfield: Perisic, Kovacic, Modric, and they've got other people too to fall back on. But they're gonna control games. This is a team I think that wins those 1-0, 2-1 games.
Yeah.
They can keep it close and they can keep it interesting. Just because I mean, when you have Luka Modric on your team, you have a chance.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No matter what.
Oh yeah.
He's got magic in those feet.
Yes, he does.
And then you get the Czechs, who I don't favor much.
Czech is Czech. I have them coming in last. I have Scotland coming in third.
Yeah, the Scots. I mean, 150 to 1 odds for the Czechs. Yeah, the Scots are even more of a dark horse at 250 to 1. But they're gonna have a home. They're gonna have a home game. And like you said,
be rumbling.
They got a chip on their shoulder because this has been a long time since they've
been in it.
Yeah, the last time I think they made it was 96.
Yeah,
for the Euro, and I don't know about World Cups. It might be even longer.
Yeah.
So this is their first time back at the world stage. All the eyes on them. Kieran Tierney, defender at Arsenal. He's probably one of the bigger names on this side.
Scott McTominay.
More household names, but it'll be interesting. I hope they win. I mean, I hate to see teams just get thumped. I feel bad for those teams that just get ripped apart.
Yep.
And especially with this whole Euro format where if you are one of the 4 best third place teams, you can go on. I think the Scots can do that with a draw. Maybe they draw Croatia. I mean, that Scotland, England, I don't know when or where they're playing.
I think that might be the home game.
That's going to be absolutely bananas. Oh my God. That's going to be the one. That's going to be so intense.
I cannot wait for that game.
And I'm glad it's like a guaranteed sure thing. If it was a knockout too, if somehow that happened in a knockout stage, oh my goodness, that would be wild. That would be absolute madness. But yeah, it's gonna be the English side and the Croatia. I'll go England 1, Croatia 2,
Scotland 3, Czech 4.
Yeah,
that's what I had.
Yeah.
Group E, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a, not like a kind of a lame group, but like you got Spain, Sweden, Poland, and Slovakia.
Not the most exciting.
Not the most exciting group, but Spain can play, and I think Poland can definitely show up. I think dark horse pick Poland number 1 in the group, Spain number 2, and then Sweden number 3, Slovakia number 4. I just don't see Spain making a deep run in this tournament.
No, they've had their woes. I mean, they've got their new side. I was reading the guy says tiki taka is done. That is not the Spanish way anymore. We are not tiki taka.
I love
that's
that.
gone. They play a different way. They've got newer, younger players. Because when tiki taka tried to live on, they got wrecked. They had bad showings after that.
Absolutely bodied.
They ran it for 6 to 8 years.
From 2010 to 2014.
No, I think it was 08. So they won in 08.
Oh yeah, 08 to
08 Euro, 2010 World Cup, 2012 Euro.
Yeah.
And then at 2014,
they got
in Brazil.
rocked.
Yeah, they did. I don't even think they made it out of group stages.
I don't think they did either.
They had a bad showing. Chile beat them, and the Dutch beat them in those
the
group
Dutch
stages.
smacked down on
Yeah,
them.
that was that crazy Van Persie goal, the meme of him diving.
Diving. That was a great goal. Man.
Yeah, but that's what I live for in these world tournaments, in this European tournament. Like, you get those crazy moments, you get these awesome upsets. You're gonna get some nasty, crazy goals.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Yeah, but overall, I have Poland number 1, Spain number 2, Sweden number 3 for sure. Sweden's kind of another dark horse team. They can show up and play if they really want to.
I think it's. I mean,
They don't have Zlatan.
I would have just brought him just to bring him. What the hell?
Yeah, he doesn't
What's the
have to
worst that
play
can
every
happen? Yeah.
game. You just put him on as a sub. He can make a difference.
Yeah, when it's 1-0, 0-0 late in a game,
Yeah, make a difference. He's a difference maker.
he'll score. Yeah, he'll score from 40 yards out.
Yeah.
With a bicycle kick or something dumb.
That's stupid. That's insane goal.
Yeah.
Poland though, Lewandowski, 40 goal scorer, 41 goal scorer.
He's gonna-
Bundesliga.
He's gonna. I really hope he gets the help he needs to put, because he can do that. Granted, look at who he has around him at Bayern Munich. He's got world-class players. Poland, on the other hand, on this national side, he's not nearly as prolific. He scores goals,
No.
but it's not the same. It's not the same guy, because he doesn't have the same people feeding him.
Yeah, no, they don't.
But I think after 41 goals, like, he's got it.
Yeah,
He's got the touch this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if if they don't go far, but he ends up with a golden boot. Because if he plays Slovakia and Sweden,
he's gonna rack up some goals.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out with like 4 or 5 goals out of the group stage alone.
You think?
I think he's putting the ball in the old onion bag, like more than a few times. I'm really confident in him.
Over under 5?
Yeah, I think I'll go over.
Over
Yeah,
5 goals in the group stage?
I don't know what his whole thing is, but I think he's gonna. I don't know like what they have him at as how many goals they're expecting him to score in
I
this.
haven't looked it up yet, but I'll definitely take you on that.
But if he takes, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a hat trick in one game and like a brace in another. If he just like runs the 2 games, and then the game against Spain, it'll be more cagey. But I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, 41 goals over a season, and they don't play as many games as they do in England and other leagues, because they have an 18-team league. So scoring 41, this guy's got it.
You think he's got it? Over 5?
I think so. I'm confident in that.
I can see it. I can see myself betting on that too.
And then I think they've got. Oh no, that wasn't. Yeah, the other game to watch Monday at 12 against Slovakia. This is where I think he's gonna let us know what's what. If I'm taking that +5, if he scores 1 or 2 goals in this game, I'm confident in it. But if he comes up with a goose egg, then I'm probably gonna have to eat my words.
You know what? I'll do that. I'll go over 5. You got me. You convinced me. It doesn't take much, but I'm there.
Also, this wouldn't be the first time that eating a goose egg has been potentially brought up on a hedge better program, and I've looked into it. I will get a goose egg if this is a legitimate challenge, just so you guys know. It's surprisingly not that hard
To acquire geese eggs.
to acquire geese eggs. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
I've had my
Yeah,
fair
I guess
share.
I gotta stop talking so big here.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then last but not least, the group of death. Group F: Hungary, Portugal, France, Germany. These are all knockout round teams.
Oh yeah.
Easy. Why are
Easy
they all in the
money.
same group? I don't know, because
Just
that's
to
the way the
create-
balls fell.
Just create absolute mayhem.
Yeah, it's gonna be. France is the clear favorite.
Oh yeah.
I think they're like 9-2 or something like that.
I think France and England have the best odds to win the whole thing.
Yeah, there's a couple other 6-1 teams.
Yeah.
But
Portugal's up there.
yeah, France.
Belgium's up there.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Here's my take. Here's my hot take. Germany are gonna lay an egg. They're gonna suck.
Do you think they're gonna suck?
They're last time out. They had the whole bling bling versus Bavaria crew, where it's all like the Germans versus all like the international Germans that didn't get along. The locker room was in mayhem, and that World Cup showing, I don't even think they made the knockout. They stunk. They were bad.
Yeah, they weren't great.
They were not nearly as impressive as the German sides of the past. The World Cup winning team.
Yeah. They're just old too. They're an old team.
They've swapped it up now, so it's like a rebuild where they have like Havertz and they have like some like really good
They
players.
have some good attackers coming in here.
They have
got
talent.
Sane, Narby, Werner.
I'm not saying they're a bad team. I'm saying it's not going to happen. I'm saying this side
They're
is
a
going.
third place team. They're a third place team. They could get in.
I'd rather see the Hungarians do something crazy.
Yeah, but it's the Hungarian. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you one thing about the Hungary national team.
I just know they friggin' do it. They're just like, I don't know. Those Magyars, that Magyar magic, I believe in it.
They do have an Italian coach, the Hungarians. You never know.
I don't know. Something weird's gonna happen. I like them. I mean, back in the day, it's been a long time since they were there, but they made the round of 16 in 2016 in the last one, so they know how to get through. I think they were in that Portugal group, and they beat
Last year,
or they
last
tied
Euros?
Portugal. Yeah, they tied Portugal. Portugal who ended up winning, but they tied all three of their group stage games and went on as the
Third place.
as a third place team. So. I don't know. I think the Hungarians might be able to do it. I mean, they've done it against Portugal, who ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't see them just being the punching bag.
Yeah.
They might be. I don't know, but I don't love Germany. I don't love them out of this group.
Are you saying that because it was just D-Day and you're anti-German right
No,
now?
no. I love the Germans. I love the sauerkraut. I love the beer. I love pretzels. I'm a big fan of German culture. I don't think this team will give much love to that fan base back home.
No, definitely not.
But who knows? Because I think it's got to be France to top the
France
group.
top. And our guest,
Maybe Portugal, maybe.
Yeah, our guest last week, Gammy, he said that Portugal's the most overrated team in the tournament.
They can be.
I'm not quoting him for sure. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but that's kind of what he said.
No, I mean it's been a up and down kind of last few years. I mean they did win the Nations League.
Yeah,
They did win that last Euro. They kind of underperformed at the World Cup. But it's the Cristiano Ronaldo problem.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Leo Messi on Argentina.
Yep.
If you make him your team, you live and die by his game.
But the thing is, I don't think it's kind of like that. I don't think it's going to be like that anymore.
I think finally but I mean he did have a great season at Juventus.
I mean, he did, yeah.
So I think they're still
midfield
relying
is
on him.
just so like attack minded.
Yeah, they're gonna bring it. Because before they were more a defensive team that counterattack, but I think now with the guys they have, Coutinho,
Jota, Fernandez.
They've got speedy, creative players. I even love Guerrero out of the back.
He's a beast.
He's a solid player. So this
They
group,
have Ruben Diaz, João Cancelo. What you said, Guerrero and Semedo. And Pepe, but Pepe is a little older.
I see he does dumb things. I don't like Pepe anymore. He headbutts people. He gets red cards. He almost blew the. Yeah, he's a hothead.
Yeah,
I don't love him the same way. But France are going to be so good. They're going to be nasty.
France are the team to beat. I think
Mbappe, Giroud's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Benzema, Coleman. Yeah, they have.
They're
so good. And then guess who they have playing midfield? N'Golo
Kante.
To just run and then run some more.
They have N'Golo Kante in the midfield. They have Pogba in the midfield. They have.
But it's an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah,
which sometimes
you won't be able to play everyone.
Which sometimes doesn't pan out because when you know you're that good. But granted, they just came off that World Cup, so I'd hope that there'll be team mentality. But you still have to feel for like guys that being like, why are they starting in front of me?
Yeah,
because all of these guys
resentment.
These are. It's not just that these are solid players. There's a lot of star players here. There's star power.
Yeah.
Will it work out? Is it going to gel? It certainly it certainly gelled in that World Cup.
Yeah, they did.
They ran
were on it.
They were so entertaining.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of fun to watch this Group F unfold.
So you have your bracket. Let's look at your bracket right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, before we move on.
So we'll give some love to RB out there. So he sent us his tournament prediction. He has a France-England final.
The good rivalry.
Yes, the classic, the 100 Years' War. And he has France taking top.
He has Germany
spot.
making it to the semifinal.
Yeah, he has Germany going deep. So
Very,
I think he must
Aryan
have
of him.
He must have the Germans going top on that group.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's if Germany can click. I am on the other side. I don't have all that much faith in Germany. I think they could sweep in that third place, but I don't. I think it's going to be a fight for third place between Hungary and Germany more than anyone expects it to. Because I think France will win all three, and I think Portugal is going to win 2.
Okay.
But who knows?
Let's move on to your bracket here.
Yep. So I have a rematch of the last Euro.
Ooh, I don't hate that. I can see that happening.
I do also, I admit, I had Germany on the bracket, but I don't love them. I put them there because it made sense.
Yep.
It made sense, but I don't like looking at it now. And I made this bracket earlier today, and it like the third time around, I was like, screw it. I'll give Germany this spot because I had Hungary in the other ones.
Yeah.
I had Hungary sweeping up, but I don't know. I gave it to them. I hope the Dutch win though. I'd rather see the Dutch play the Welsh, and because I'd love to see if Wales could make another semifinal, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be dope.
But it's interesting. We both have Belgium in the semifinal, but neither of us have them topping France. What do you think about? Do you think they could do it?
No.
You think they have a chance to win the whole thing?
Not really. I mean, if they don't have De Bruyne by the time they reach the knockout stage, I think it's going to be a little difficult for them. But other than that, they'll run group stage. They might win. They might win like the quarterfinal, but at the semifinal, like pressure, playing the best team, one of the favorites to win. I mean, I don't really see them.
If Lukaku just does what he can do, like he needs to dominate. He needs to be the best player of the tournament, and then they have a chance.
If he's not the best player on their team at the moment, I don't see them making it.
He needs to be Golden Boot caliber.
Yeah.
For them to make,
Yeah.
I think they can. I think they can make that semifinal without much problem.
Yep.
But yeah, I still look at these German, and they're gonna win close games. They're gonna do that Die Mannschaft thing where it's just gonna like the machine's just gonna beat you out. But I don't think it's gonna be really it. So what do you got going on? That's a hell of a final. England,
right.
Italy.
All right.
Who's this?
This is my bracket, bro.
Who's this man?
Italy is one of the most
dark horse.
Absolute dark horse, one of the most underrated teams going into this tournament.
I don't have them. I'm not favoriting them much.
They're young. They can move, and they have the experienced back line. And they have Gianluigi Donnarumma, who's one of the best Italian goalkeepers
he's
right now.
crazy.
He's the next Buffon.
He's good.
If they have him in net, the experienced back four, they have Florenzi on the right. Their midfield is like a little but they have Immobile. Their counterattacking is insane. I watched them play. Not that I'm saying like they played the Czechs. Not that I'm saying that Czech was a great team, but the way they played, it was just like from the start of the whistle, from the first whistle to the last whistle, it was absolute domination.
Yeah,
and that's what you need. That's the kind of
and that old Italian way to park the bus.
Score a goal, park the bus, and then pray to God the team doesn't score.
And well, I mean, you have a back four like you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, they do. They have their back four is obviously Bonucci, Chiellini. They have Florenzi, Cristante, Di Lorenzo, and Emerson. I would say are probably. They have Verratti, Spinazzola, Jorginho, Chiesa, and Pellegrini in the midfield.
Yeah, the Catenaccio.
And then they have Ciro Immobile, Lorenzo Insigne, Bernardeschi, and Raspadori.
I like Immobile a lot, but
yeah,
that's shoot, man. If they go that deep, that's wild. I'd love that. I'd love that for Italians around the world. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that would be something crazy. What else you got? Who's your semifinalists? So obviously you had England.
I had Italy, France, and then I had in my other semifinal I had England, Germany.
England, Germany.
We just spent fucking 5 minutes trashing Germany. And
Yeah, and then we both pick them, but I hate my pick. I don't love them. I don't love them.
Cemented now. I can't go back and change it.
Too
even
late.
though I think I would. But yeah, you never know.
You really don't.
I have England, Italy final. I have England taking it home. I really hope England takes it home today or this time.
Yeah,
They deserve it.
that would be something. That would be special for them finally to get something back.
Yeah, it would be.
You know what? To counter all of my anti-German sentiment earlier too, this is a little bit of a different side. They don't have the same bling bling Bavaria like squad.
No, they don't. They have a hard-nosed squad.
But I don't know. Who knows? Which version of me will be right? The one who picked them to go to the semifinal, or the one who just trashed them for 30 minutes on the show?
Yep.
So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let's remind the people of what games are coming up this weekend. Here.
Yeah, so my 3 games of this weekend, because we got a Friday, Sunday, Monday. Friday, check out Turkey, Italy, 3 p.m. I believe Fox Sports. I'll be watching on Univision most likely. ESPN, FS1. They've got a lot of coverage.
Yeah, or you can download the Euro 2020 app. I think they'll have some free games on there. Or something like that.
And then so that's on Friday at 3 p.m. And then on the Sunday, on the weekend, my game that I will stop everything and watch is England versus Croatia, 9 a.m. on Sunday.
Insane game.
There will be good. There's going to be good games all weekend. They're picking the old 9-12-3 format. So that's just typical for a European tournament. Yep. So that's the morning game on Sunday. Harry Kane, what's he going to do? And then I'm just watching for the strikers. And then on Monday, my pick's that Poland-Slovakia game to see what Lewandowski does. So that kicks off at 12. So if you're like me and watching at work, just keep the volume down and try not to scream when Lewandowski scores a hat trick.
Room full of kids, they'll probably be doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, I got lunch, so I'm not worried.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
He's saving his own ass here for us.
I'll be good.
Teaching.
I've got no real responsibility come 12 o'clock, but it's okay. I'm gonna definitely watch as much of that as I can because I want to see Lewandowski score. So RB's leaving us with some bets here too. He likes England for the money line, -125. It's not gonna get you anything crazy, but I think it's gonna. No. I think that's
a safe bet.
That's the pick.
Safe bet. Yeah,
that's the pick.
Netherlands at -190 on the money line. That's also another safe one.
Yeah.
They're just. I mean, I really hope they do something in this tournament. I don't even have them making out of the round of 16 here, but I really hope they make one. You know, they have Depay. I mean, a couple injuries to their midfield that could be dangerous.
Yeah, they're playing on Sunday against the Ukraine.
Yeah. Oh, they're playing against Ukraine? Yeah, that's a safe bet. Netherlands for sure. And then Poland, -118, definitely your best bet against Slovakia on Monday on the money line. And then let's just add, I'll add to RB's pick. I'll go Lewandowski to score 2 goals.
Yeah.
Over under 2, sorry. Yeah. That's all. I mean, I haven't really looked at the bets at my haven't really looked at the lines yet.
No.
That's probably like a tomorrow thing while I'm doing absolutely nothing.
We still got some time before kickoff on Friday at 3.
Yep.
But so it looks like we picked 3 different winners. So at least somebody will be right and everybody else will be wrong, or who knows?
We'll all be wrong. We'll lay a goose egg.
Yeah, we're not eating that one though. Sorry. No. But anyways.
All right. So for our final picks, I have England to win the whole thing.
I'm a homer. Portugal all the way.
Portugal and RB as France.
Yeah.
Those are the 3. I think those are the 3 best teams.
Nobody's doing anything crazy. Who knows? I will like to see what Turkey does though. Eyes on Turkey. Eyes on Germany to see if they boom or bust.
And eyes on Portugal.
Portugal, Poland. Yeah. There's going to be a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been we're texting in the group chat, all the boys. We have a group chat called Football Fanboys, and every single text is like, I can't fucking wait for this weekend. I can't fucking wait for this weekend.
It's just great when you can just wake up and watch 3 amazing European games.
I'm so
international soccer is the best. I love it so much.
It is.
I love it so much.
My body's ready.
Well, that's about it for us. So we are the Linesmen. Andrew Ruiz, Nick Chardy, signing off.
Yep.
Again, special thanks out for Brett and RB.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back again next week. See what's happening. Cheers.
Peace.